You know, even dirty dogs want freedom. I am Carl Anderson, and I'm running for Congress CD7. And yes, I believe in the Constitution of the United States with all my heart. I believe in our Bill of Rights. They are not optional. They are not up for debate, Mr. Biden. He said they were, and he's wrong. They are not up for debate. His presidency is up for debate. We have the Second Amendment, and I strongly believe in keeping that Second Amendment at all costs, because it is what separates us from the world. The Ukrainians there that are fighting for their freedom have to go to a police station to get issued a weapon. They better not try doing that here. I do believe our public education system has been abused and tainted. They've tried to indoctrinate our children, and that is wrong. And just to give you a little bit about me, yes, I'm a husband, a father, I have children, I have grandchildren, and I do not want to leave this mess to them, and that's one of the reasons I'm in this fight. Right here, these young ladies with the flags and red shirts, that's why we're here. We want to give them the opportunity in America that we grew up with. Not something else, not something limited by somebody trying to tell us how to live. And we need to take back our education system. We need to get good conservative people on education boards all throughout this country. We did it in my own town. We got 4 conservatives elected to our school board last year, and they're making changes. And in case you're wondering, we need to finish the wall. What are we doing on the southern border? That story has disappeared since the Ukrainian crisis has come up. But it's still a problem, and it's still there. And we need to not ignore it. We need to build that wall, and we need to put the laws of immigration in effect that we already have on the books. They're there. Biden's just not following them. My son's a United States Marine vet. He served, that's right, all you veterans, thank you for your service. My son served in Afghanistan in the Helmand province. He lived with the Afghan nationals. I know about war and what it does to our young people, and it's not good. Veteran services is not as good as it should be. We do better for illegal immigrants than we do for our veterans. That has to stop. Our veterans deserve better training coming out of the military to integrate back into society. They need better vocational training. Get into the trade. Come out so they're proud citizens, not living on handouts, and have pride in what they do. Even today, in today's world, I have heard the insults given to my son for his service in the Marine Corps, and that is not tolerable. Now, one of the big reasons we're here, and I own several businesses, and I will tell you this, during this pandemic, I did not close any of my businesses, and I didn't lay off any of my employees. They all had a place to go and work to do, and I also didn't discriminate against my customers. I didn't force them to come into my store, one of my stores, and wear a mask. If they didn't want to, they didn't have to. I also didn't force my employees to do that. They had the choice. This is America. You choose for yourself. Over these last couple of years, I spent a lot of nights awake thinking about this problem that's been developing in our country for years. I never thought that I'd run for an office like this, Congress, the United States House of Representatives. But they frustrated me so much that I'm willing to put my life on hold and take a stand against these tyrants. And one of those sleepless nights, I came up with an idea to help fix this problem in our nation. And that is executive order and mandate reform. We need to reel in these elected servants that they are to us. They serve us, not we serve them. We need to reel them in. We do not have kings and queens in this country. That is not what we signed up for 1776. So, executive order reform and mandate has been on my platform since the beginning of my campaign. It is what I want to deliver to the people. The president and these governors should not have the ability with the stroke of a pen to take away our constitutional rights. It has been said that the pen is mightier than the sword. Well, I'm going to tell you that's wrong. The sword only tolerates what the pen writes. When the pen stops writing what we want, the sword cuts off the pen. We, as citizens of the United States, as voters, are the sword. You get rid of the elected officials that are eroding our Constitution. So remember that. Just because they have the pen doesn't mean they have the power over you. You still have the power over them. And I know that we have election integrity issues, and they need to be addressed. We need to get confidence back in our election system, and it can't happen soon enough. I have been fighting for freedom all my life. My dad raised me to be a conservative and to be a patriot and to defend the Constitution with every vote I cast. Every time I have to, I stand up for it. During this pandemic, when our businesses were shut down and they were being criminalized and their business license being taken away, I went to city council meetings, county commissioner meetings, and I stood up for my fellow business owners and defended them and told the elected officials the business owners and the employees are not criminals because they want to go to work. That's what America was founded on. We need to stand up every day for that principle. Freedom. The freedom to choose our liberty, the freedom to choose our destiny, the freedom to live our American dream. And I have done that. And I fear that that is slipping away from my children, grandchildren, and yours. And that's why we're here, and that's why I'm running for Congress, to stop this. My wife and I have been giving out Constitution books for several years now and giving out thousands. They sit on the counter at my store. They sit on the counter in my office building for people to take for free. Because I found several years ago that people were lacking the knowledge of the Constitution and didn't even know what their rights were because schools didn't teach it or make it available for them. So I've made it available for them. And up on this table right here, there's a pile of Constitution books. Take them. Take them for you. Take them for your friends. Somebody you know that doesn't know all their rights, give it to them. They need to be